And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And on the mound today, A.J. Smith-Shawver.
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. And we're underway. And he grounds one to the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. So they get the first out of the inning. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Juan Soto stands in now and watches strike one.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he'd played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And they'll do it again. Up the middle. They get the out on Soto.
Batting third, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. And a foul ball. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. Right through there for a strike. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Baldwin makes the play, and that is that. Middle of the first, no score. Back here with my pal Singy, and today on the hill, Tyler McGill. How about a scouting report on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And that one hammered. That's back. It bangs off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Profar down. Line drive, Adam in center field.
Batting first, the left fielder.
Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. Run comes in from second. The throw in, not in time. He's safe.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice line drive to the full side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
One out, runner at second. And the batter now, Matt Olson. Swinging a foul straight back. Man at second. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Beatty to first. And Olson is set down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Here is Austin Riley. Fouled off. He was late. Pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside with a breaking ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
2 outs. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Bangs off the wall. In to score is the runner from third. It's 2-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's Alex Verdugo. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Riley at second with 2 down. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go on to inning number 2. It's the Braves 2 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
The left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Smith Shawver, 22 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Smith Shawver back to work. Tap foul at the plate.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
0-1. Up the middle. On to first. And quickly one away in the second.
That is it. The third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos. And that one sliced foul. Smith Shawver ready to fire now. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire, very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog. And I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way. So people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
Verdugo puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Jesse.
2 down, base is empty. So up next for New York, Jesse Winker.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
And takes low for ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. In the air, left field. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Albies.
And first offering is fouled off. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And there's one down.
Batting it, the catcher, Drake.
Now the catcher up to hit, Drake Baldwin. Swing and a ground ball. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
2 outs, base is empty. Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. First offering in the dirt. 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Soto makes the catch, and that is that. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. On to the 3rd inning, and now the center fielder, Jose Siri. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. So those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Next to hit, Brett Beatty. Close but called a ball, and it's 1-0. That one hit the knees for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
On its way to the corner, and a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Man, a good splitter can be devastating, can't it? I mean, that thing got halfway to the plate and just did a nosedive. Once you commit your swing, there's just no adjusting your bat path to get down to that ball, and the ball dips below your bat like it's doing the limbo. I see you do the limbo, boo. You get down there, man.
Luis Torrens in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Now this is in the air down the line. And a foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. That one pushed to the left and foul. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
All over that one right there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Profar climbs in on that left side. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball to the right side and a foul ball. Profar, who hails from Curacao, same place that produced Andrew Jones. Foul ball there. That one off the mark. Ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third.
Let's get it going, Braves.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Marcelo Zuna. Doubled his first time. Outside.
Nope. Outside.
And that is ball 1. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one back there, and it slams off the bottom of the wall. The throw is wild, and it gets away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here's Matt Olson down. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Yeah, that's fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. And that is gone. All muscle to center field, and they tack on to their lead. It's 5-0.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here comes Austin Riley. Doubled his first time up. And that one pulled foul.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
The 0-1. Line drive. Siri puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
On the ground. Toss to Alonso. Inning over. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. And the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now it's going to be Francisco Lindor. In the air to left down the line. And that's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Ozuna sizing this one up. And out number one on the grab.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Juan Soto now grounded out to short in his first trip. And that's in there for strike one.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Line drive to short and caught.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. First time up was a pop out. Just missed. The Mets hitless so far in the game. And a swing and a miss there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
2 balls.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. The throw won't get there in time, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Well, with his speed, he doesn't get a whole lot of those infield hits, but he was giving it everything he had right there. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Man at first, Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. That's in there. Alonso leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Back-to-back base hits. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Now here is Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one missing low. Stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 left for the Mets. It's 5-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. Leading off, Ozzie Albies. Down the line. And that's a foul ball.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
The catcher,
Drake Baldwin digs in now. Grounded out his first time up. Ripped on a line to center. Siri hauls it in, 2 away.
now batting, shortstop, Orlando.
Here's Orlando Arcia. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-1.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Nimmo ranging after it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. So now here's the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. Smith-Shawver back to work.
Well, these Mets need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's Jose Siri. His first at-bat was a strikeout. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
And down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Max Kranick.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Kranick, a 6'3" righty, 27 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
In the air, left side. Nimmo makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 7.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. 0 for 2 in this one. That one ripped. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. And that one is inside ball 1. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. 1 out, base is empty. On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. And the inning is over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Luis Torrens. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Yo, 1. Swing and a miss at a slider. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Ball 1.
That's too low. And the count 1-2. Grounds 1 to short. Arcia. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So the lineup flips over. And next for the Mets, Francisco Lindor. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That's back there. Just missed it. Two down, base is empty. And now it's Juan Soto. Up the middle, Arcia. Tosses to first. They get the out on Soto. That's out number 3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Braves 5 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the 6th, Matt Olson up to the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Liner, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, the third.
Here comes Austin Riley. Lifted in the air, right center field. Siri sizes this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And next for Atlanta, Alex Verdugo. He's grounded out a couple of times. Fouled off to the right. Man at first, one away. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, and 2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And that one in the air center field. Siri in position. And he makes the catch. 2 away now.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Ozzie.
So the man aboard, Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Ground ball, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for Atlanta, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Top of inning number 7, and here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong and their timing's off.
And first offering is fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 2. Swung on, belted. That one back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Sends it to first. That ends the frame. Down in order go the Mets. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Bottom of the 7th, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Drake Baldwin. And that one lifted in the air center field. Siri makes the grab. One pitch and one out.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. First
That's
pitch
outside.
misses. And another ball. That one hit to right. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Michael.
At the plate, Michael Harris II. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The batter.
And next is the designated hitter, Jurickson Profar. 0 for 3 in this one. Profar gets a piece there. Two outs. Bounce to the right. And they tag him out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 5 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. Here's Jesse Winker.
Designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Aaron Bummer taking over on the mound. Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
There's the strike.
Aaron Bummer.
And that one clips the corner. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Siri batting with one down, takes a strike. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike. Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Beatty up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Strike.
Headed down the line. And that will drop foul. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Now in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. Kranick back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that's in for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Next offering upstairs. Action in the Mets bullpen. Ryan Stanek, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Young warming up as well. And that's in the dirt. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Set down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Olsen stands in now and watches strike 1. One down, base is empty. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Breaking ball inside. Now 1-2. And that just misses. Good eye right there.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Vientos sizing this one up, and there are 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Cracks his bat and pops him up. Baden whips it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Hector Neris.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Torrens leading things off and takes a strike. Next one is off the plate, and that's ball 1. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Way out front for strike two. Drilled out towards left center field. That'll make it out of here. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So back to the top of the order. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working. The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Makes the catch, one down.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
He's 2 outs away. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. Late on that fastball. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning, and they close the gap. It's 5-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. And that one inside, and it hit him.
The left fielder.
Digging in, Brandon Nimmo.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that is out of play.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job. Just couldn't keep it fair.
0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Only 1 out remaining for the Mets. Mark Vientos getting ready to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Neris is just 1 strike away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. got it, and that's the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.